Monday. Oh, well, I have that tonight. Okay. That's tonight.
Later.
I can even show you the
I don't call you by name, so I just said, otherwise I would be setting you on the panel. Thank you. I guess it was useful feedback that the ITC a 15-minute break does not work. Fantastic. Thank you for coming back. I know people have flights, etc. to catch today, so it is always wonderful when people hang out to the very end of an event. So thank you for that. So as you are getting seated and sort of getting comfortable again, reactivating your brains, just get your phones out for the last time, and we will start with the last 24 hours. So grab your phone, Mentimeter, and the new code is 910957. We are looking forward. So the last question is this: who benefits the most from access to open data? Do you think it's SMEs and small-scale producers, large businesses, governments, or consumers? Who benefits the most? The code you need once you're in Mentimeter is 910957. It's always the positive people who vote the fastest. Like there was an actual song in the room and people thought it was the SMEs. Panelists, I won't ask you in the same way as we did formally the last time to respond to this, but if you would like to, if it speaks to you in any way, then please do add those to your interventions. So far, large business is winning by quite a margin. That is not a metaphor for how they generally operate. Okay, so who benefits the most? We've almost reached our sort of average of 60, so I'm just going to give you another couple of seconds to take part in our flash survey. Can I ask whoever ticked other to tell us? They were just like, you know what? Worth to be a bit rebellious at 4:30. So to reward you for your rebellion, I'm going to ask that you please tell us who that other group is. So someone needs to own up. You can't get away with it in this group. So we're nearly at 60. Can I see the hand of why am I not surprised? Don't worry, be thinking of what you're going to say. We just got a couple more. So yes. So far the figures we have say 21 of you. So it's an actual number. So most popular then is large business, then SMEs, followed by consumers, and then governments. Governments benefit the least from having open access to data. That's an interesting perspective. But other, so pray tell.
Thank you, Eliza, for singling me out.
You did that all on your own.
My name is Samantha. I'm with the T4SD too. I actually chose other because I thought whoever is, if the data is out there, it's really whoever is looking for it, whoever is using it. I thought perhaps governments have the most to gain from kind of aggregated data. But in terms of profits, I was kind of between large business and government. So instead,
Great. Well, there was a succinct and thoughtful answer there. That was good. You weren't speaking that. Let's take the second question of the poll. This is or the survey. It allows you to add your own words in, so it's not predetermined as we before. So Bruce is just going to get that for us. So it's using the same code 919957. How to increase access to open data in the global value chain. So what we're looking for is a word or a couple of words, not sentences, please, because we're trying to create a word cloud. So if you write an essay, that's gonna fall flat. So try and find what one word would you say, or one thing will increase access to open data in the global value chain. Have a quick think and then pop your first answer that comes to mind down. Someone says trust, and I think that's a fair reflection of what's come out a lot from today. Think. A community that loves a long acronym word title. This must be a bit of a challenge. So how do we condense it down to one word? So let's see what is starting to develop. Trust remains one of the largest things. So about 40 of you who are usually very active have not yet written down what your answers are. So we look forward to receiving those. You can see that they're two clear. Perhaps on this panel you would like to say something. Because you might have some thoughts on that. Can we leave that to just keep ticking and then we can start the panel? Fantastic. So let me introduce our panelists to you. If you click on that last screen, everyone's just going to have to trust me that I've got these made up names for them. I'm going to have to trust myself that I know who they are. Sadie Homer, to my left, is the Senior Policy Advisor at Consumers International. Sat next to her is Helen Fisher, who's the head of the Division for Sustainability Standards at BMZ, so the German Federal Ministry for Economic Cooperation and Development. Next to him is Paula Kande, who is the head of Agribusiness Partnerships and Sustainability at the Institute for Export Operations and Management. If you haven't figured it out yet, he's from Nigeria. And last but not least is Fabio De Francesi, who is the Assistant Policy Advisor for the Directorate General for Trade at the European Commission. Right now that I've got this out of the way. Thank you. Please continue to take those. It's really interesting to see technology up here. We'll comment on those, but the idea for this session is to take a look forward to what we discussed over the last 2 days and see what is the general sentiment about the roads of travel going away from here. I often find it a bit exhausting when you go to events like this and you feel like you've had an important conversation, but you're no clearer about how do I proceed in the work that I'm doing. So hopefully, no pressure, no, but hopefully we'll be able to work up together a general direction of travel. Obviously, understanding that we represent very different perspectives. So let's start with the consumers, because we were talking while everyone was leisurely drinking their coffees, that consumers are a group a bit like smallholder farmers in the global south that are often spoken on behalf of, and we never seem to hear the voice. So Consumer International is that voice. What would you say then, from a Consumer International perspective, is what do consumers want? And how is that changing, given that we're talking about trends going?
I think as a qualification, because Eliza asked me, are we really Consumers International, or are we less Northern Delight International?
Consumers International.
So for those of you who don't know Consumers International, we're actually a federation of 240 members in 120 countries. So we do range from the well-known Consumers Union in the USA through to the Rwanda Consumer Rights Protection Organization in Africa, to the Consumer Council of Fiji. So our membership is global and around 75%. I just happen to live in London. And the basis of our organisation main thrust is based on the consumer rights and trying to enable all consumers to have access to those consumer rights. So we and our members are fighting for a fair, safe and sustainable future for all consumers in a global marketplace that is increasingly dominated by international corporations. And this is both at the national level, but obviously through CI at the international. So we are, for instance, you mentioned the PAMA, we are currently working on the guidelines for providing product sustainability information to consumers, which is part of the UNEP 10-year framework program. And just to mention that's now out of comment, so we are again multi-stakeholder input. So if you would like to have an interested comment on that. And consumers traditionally have worked very locally and nationally depending on the needs of the consumers. But honestly, in increasingly digital world, consumers are actually reaching out and more and more, it's more and more peer-to-peer advice, and consumers are sharing stories from all around the world. It's now easy to connect with, say, our members in Kenya. You want to share us maybe a situation in their country, and we can connect them to maybe someone in another part of the world. So the digital change has really empowered consumers and is increasingly empowered to speak out. For example, the recent VW page where they rather cheated with their claims, and this was quickly picked on globally around the world. VW, for their sins, lost a lot of consumer confidence, but also a lot of money. So I think it's an example of how consumers have quickly spread the word these days and are empowered to act by themselves. Despite this, consumers, you mentioned, although they're a key stakeholder, but they are the key stakeholder in sustainability ultimately. They're often absent from the decision-making table, whether that be international or whether that be on a national level. We often hear about standards, and we do CI, same representation standards, and obviously private standards, we think about them as ones that have been developed by organisations, like ICO, and we do have a national consumer representation on those standards that really not quantity and quality that we would like, and certainly lacking interaction from our members as well, although a lot of them do a good job on the ground nationally. So we also, as a consumer organisation, try and impact those standards and use them to inform consumers, because consumers tend to trust what the consumer needs to say. Do consumers want sustainability? So recent global scale report states that 40% of the world public are aspirational consumers who support companies and brands that have a purpose of making a positive difference in society through their products and services and operations. Maybe surprising, emerging economies have the highest proportion of aspirations, with Nigeria, China, and India leading the way. Although the developed world, EU, US, Canada have high levels, actually, the emerging economies are really having an impact on. They are prepared to consume less for the sake of future generations and pay more for sustainable products. Yet, having said that, only half can think of a single company that has a strong purpose in it. So I think we're always asking people, businesses, when consumers demand it, then we'll give it them. When they ask us for those sustainable products, and I think we can say now, consumers are asking about it, but they're expecting it, and actually it's a business that can deliver. And I think what consumers want as well is holistic sustainability. They don't want to go into a supermarket and decide am I going to support the rainforest, or am I going to make sure that there's no children working out, or am I going to make sure that the farmers are getting money, or which one should I choose, and which label? It really is about, consumers don't go out there to choose a non-sustainable. They go and choose lots of different things. It might be their economic situation, it might be the choice that's on the shelf. They may have no choice. But I think what's clearly shown is that consumers, wherever they live, consumers in the global south, they want sustainable products, they want fair trade products. They don't want to ship everything to another country so it's sustainable or to give a sustainable choice to others. I think we really have to look about how you can, I think we've heard earlier from the young production. There's local markets, there's retail markets, looking at Africa now, trade agreement. You know, we want sustainable business across the board. And to do that, I think we really need to pay attention to consumers being active. As I said, with the farming community, we don't get delivered to us. We want to be part of the process. We can represent consumers, and we can certainly put something in the development phase of all these stands and the development of what sustainability means, so that you're there part and you can buy in and it will meet your demands as well as the demands of the other parties producing these stands. And I think overall, T4SD mapping, I think of Joseph in 2009, looking at that, and of course it's a fantastic product, and I'm sure there is benefit to consumers, but we really need, I think, business, government, retailers to take a lot of responsibility and make sure they provide a sustainable choice to consumers. In fact, more, they don't provide a non-sustainable choice. And I think the main thing is for consumers who have multi-decisions is to make sustainability an easy choice.
Thank you. I just realized as I was getting particularly excited about the roadmap that actually this is our shortest session. So we're going to have to try and get the most from it. We're going to have 3 panelists to speak. So panelists, please make way to you and so that you can have opportunity to engage with things that you're saying. So let's take our next panelist then, Fabio. Could you just tell us a little bit about the work that you're doing in your perspective?
Yes, well, I'll be brief. So, you should have about where to start with so, just to give 2 points of context, I think it's the new strategy that was launched last year. It's about the education trade for all. Last year, commitments for the European Commission on trade sustainable development and in particular on international trade becomes also from previous strategies, communications, 2012, where we put the set of link between trade and sustainable development. So let's say the work we do on financial trade has to be seen in a broader context in our academic negotiations and sustainable development chapters, our GSP Plus program, the Agriculture Balance program, giving free access to the European market to MNCs. I'll actually emphasize the work we particularly do with the FCC. It's work especially targeted on improving access to our markets of developing countries. So we strongly support the work done on the Standards Market Access Map and Tool Trades project. Those were it's a pilot projects that luckily went very well, and now they're moving to a more structural phase that will be managed in our house by the government and general. And now we're moving, let's say, after having worked on the supply side of the market, now we're going to move to the demand side of the market. So we are working with the NTC to set up a project to analyze the federal ethical trade market and PSS market in the EU, but trying to find to exactly what's and where it could be a pilot project. To answer the question on information, basically, I was a bit surprised by the first Dutch survey that open data that is mostly Dutch companies. Usually now it's open data and the production of good public data should benefit SMEs mostly as a clear barrier to market access. So this is clear commitments that we have, and besides this, we are working on project on to set up an award that would acknowledge the work done by local authorities in the European Union on trade, and also to help strengthen the links between local initiatives and producers itself. So it's all in the development process, and news will
But as you represent government agency essentially, Germany takes over the presidency of the G20 in December for 2017. Tell us how sustainability standards will factor into the leadership of the
She said we have to move from trade to vertical. And our translation into German is we have to shape global trade in a fair manner. And it's more or less the same. It's a call for improving social and environmental sustainability along the supply chains. This is at the very, very top of our political agenda, and it is also something which is demanded by the Agenda 2030 and the SDGs. SDGs 8, 12, and 17, which we mentioned here. Consequently, we already embedded these aspects in last year's Germany's G7 presidency. We were successful in this regard. We were able to integrate this sustainability aspect and global supply chains aspect into the summit coming here. And this was a driving force for us to go forward, to move forward in this direction. And consequently, we made more specific. We made some deeper growth in this regard and collaborated together with the Ministry of Labour and Social Affairs in Germany, a ministerial declaration called Action for Fair Production. This is solid ground for us for ongoing activities. We would be ill-advised if we not make use of this in the G20 framework. And so the current Chinese G20 presidency is helpful in this regard. At least we can find in the communique of the Chinese presidency the necessary keywords, the keywords we need: support for SMEs, sustainability, global supply chains. However, starting with G7 presidency, G20 is not just the biggest cycling of G7. Therefore, only a replication or larger adapt of these things we did within the G7 presidency is not an option for us. G20 is different from G7, more focusing on economic affairs and financial or fiscal aspects. And this, unlike it was the case in G7, where we focused on consumer information, multi-stakeholder initiatives, and support for our partner countries, we are now thinking in another direction, as we mentioned, with regard to global supply chains. We think we have to elaborate something which puts SMEs, small and medium enterprises, into the focus, and their role in global supply chains, and how to address their bottleneck of access to financial means and loans. This bottleneck, this lack of financial resources, is a hindrance for them for investments in social and environmental sustainability. From my point of view, financial means as such, the shortage of money is not given. The challenge is to bring those together who have the financial resources with those who should invest in sustainability aspects. That means we have to bridge the gap between international finance institutions, donors, private funds, and also philanthropists. Word for me. And on the other side, the SMEs. It's not our intention to set up a new fund. Funds are there. But what is a crucial point for us is to bring those people together who have the money and those who should invest in sustainability. It's about matchmaking. This is our idea for sustainability and global supply chains as a deliverable we want to elaborate for the G20 presidency.
commencement of this. Can you just tell us from your perspective then about what you learned in Nigeria, perhaps in West Africa beyond, and looking forward, if you take Anthony's perspectives from Ghana, about some of the challenges there, what do you think the future holds in terms of open data standards?
Thank you very much. I'm happy I'm from Nigeria.
Is this the point where I say that was not the question?
Yeah. Yeah, I work for an organization called Institute of Export Operation and Management. From the name, the focal point is export. But from first step to get to export, it's a long road. There's a lot of challenges on the way. That is the work we are doing. Now, we are working with the smallholder farmers, major SMEs, and their major challenge when you talk to them, first thing they tell you is have the products, where is the market? There's a kind of gap between the production and the market. Now, if I take it from my country perspective, most of these smallholders live in rural areas. There are infrastructure deficits. Getting the product to those who need it is an issue. That's number one. Secondly, we are telling them about export. Now, to get the product to, especially limited come from Nigeria to European markets, there is a great barrier. Standard. Sorry. SPS, sanitary issue. Now, I talked to my farmer, okay, there are a lot of standards, but you can make, if you can make this standard, your product will enter the market. Great. How do I make the standard? Is it possible? Yes. From all the standards like ITC the standard map, to meet each of these even voluntary standards, that costs you something. And most farmers are not moving already, like Mr. Anthony was saying. Yeah, it must come with a motivation. Something must be aimed for them to be able to say, okay, we will do it or we will not do it. So it's a great work that we are doing to make sure we create that awareness. Okay, this and this and this is what we must do to make international market. We build their capacity by training them. To me, as an agricultural family from agricultural department, as a technical knowledge, okay, you know, this. So we train them on best practices. That's best global practices and global practices. We also train them on that. And we showcase their product at the end of the day to make the product standard. We take them through from production, processing, and packaging to make sure we get what we want. And our aim is to create this market access. Okay. That's why we're happy working with ITC, the market analysis teams, the market access, and other okay. We have a product in Nigeria. We're looking for somebody who needs this product in China, and we try to work with ITC, market analysis tools, market access tools, look at the database. That's why this issue of open data for me is a welcome development. And for me, the future is very bright about it. So presently, like the last survey they did, many people are not connected to the internet. Like in Nigeria, it's not probably because of the internet is not there. The internet is there. Some people can afford it. It's not a matter of cost this time around. It's a kind of interest. Like Mr. Anthony said. Because I can give you a practical example. We do an online platform for farming. We call it Agri Online Store. It's open to farmers. So let everybody put the product there. just go there, log in, showcase your products. And at the end of the day, we did a kind of survey to look at how many farmers that we have introduced this platform to are using it. We introduced it to about at least I'm sure about 500 farmers already. You can have access to this platform, but less than 20% of this 500 should be using it. So the issue is not they don't have access to it, but it's like they just tell you when you ask them, why are you not using it? And you know what as a farmer, what they want is I want to produce my products and I want somebody to pick it from me and give me money. For me, as a non-governmental organization who is self-funded, it's very difficult for me to do. I can only try to link you with people who will see your product and pick it from you. And that's why we create a platform where you can create it. So it's a great work, but it's very challenging in it, doing it. But for me, the future, like she just said, the future is bright because I know in the nearest future, in the 20-50% from the World Bank and I think the UN population of the world is 9 billion. You know, and the larger percent of that population is going to be from age 18 and 25. These are people who embrace innovation, who will be open to use this data, open data. So the future is very bright. People will use it, and it's going to be a kind of serious direction in the future.
Okay, so given that we have just 10 minutes and I'm aware that 5 minutes is about to catch that flight, here's what we're going to do with the 10 that we have left. Some certain things have started to emerge and re-emerge, I think we always do. And the panel description is asking us to talk about future challenges and opportunities. A forum like this is very easy for us to focus on the challenges. So here's what I'm going to ask, starting with Fabio, is if there is one challenge or one opportunity rather that you think you're excited about in the organizations you work for. So whether you are representing consumers or policymakers or government, the NGOs or even the private sector, what is that challenge, that opportunity even, my brain can't get around this, what is that opportunity that you're going to do here and try and capitalize on? If you have an intervention from the audience, the question is exactly the same to you. So you're sort of leaving here with a bit of a positive reflection. We've heard a lot about the challenges. What is the one opportunity you leave here excited about exploring further with your producers, with your stakeholders, whatever it may be? Tell us your one and then you to look at it. I'm leaving before you answer that.
I think the challenge / opportunity is to be able to respond to the demand of data on markets in my organization, European Union, and to see how important this is for small producers, because this is expected a way to reduce uncertainty, so to show how profitable could investment on certificate be, and it could be used, for example, for to get access to finance and to plan business accordingly. So the challenge, but there is a challenge, and we heard that data collection is very complicated.
What's the opportunity?
The opportunity is to give market access to these more producers. This is open to this.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Cool. In one word or two, what is the opportunity? And I don't, it's not just to you, though, not to be unfair. So, what is the opportunity that you see from a non-governmental perspective?
Opportunity. Accessibility.
Accessibility. Okay. That's the same. Thank you.
The most important thing is that I can see a clear move with our topic from the fringe to the center of the non-polluting trade. That there are a lot of opportunities, a lot of tools at hand. Let's make use of these tools in order to improve sustainability along the way.
Very well. From the fringe to the center. Fantastic. Say,
Yeah, I think that was a great opportunity for the consumer movement, consumer organisations to take this data and really work together to hold the corporations to account and hopefully push the sustainable agenda.
now coming back to you then, what do you find, or from the reflections you've had over the last few days, what are the opportunities that you have identified, whether that is to fill a gap in knowledge or whatever that is? Please do share those so that it's an interactive session as we've been promised. So tell us what the opportunities you see are as succinctly as you can.
Coming from this session, or today's session, I feel that there's a great opportunity. I come from the fashion industry, and for brands and retailers to invest in the producers. So if, for example, you want to have organic cotton, then commit to the farmers that you will purchase a certain amount of organic cotton, because they need to be accountable and form partnerships at that end. So we need to.
More, my dream is to sort of loosen this.
Hi, good afternoon. For me, what I take away really from the last 2 days that I've been here is the opportunity that I see happening is that where we in the past may have worked in silos, that now what I see and what I sense is very much a coming together. And the major opportunity for me is that we develop systems and approaches that cut across all that expertise that's in the room to really start to leverage that across our value chains, as opposed to just developing really cool things in little silos and just using the technology to start to integrate across all those different activities.
Any from this side of the room, any opportunities that you're going to take away? No? Yes, this one.
Just one spark that we thought that the peer-to-peer in this field could be really interesting and could be a different side of building the YouTube, the Pokemon thing. So how can we do peer-to-peer, different approach to all this?
Absolutely. Just remember, no Pokemon.
Pokemon.
That was bad when they mentioned WeFarm. It is worth saying that there will be a moderator, or there is currently a moderator conversation happening online. And please see either the T4SD guys about it, or we guys about it, which you can contribute to as it's an ongoing conversation. So it was a very popular presentation in the last panel, so you can continue to join that. But the idea of peer-to-peer, we have 5 more minutes. Any more optimism in the room? No. Yes. It's funny, only the women, when they're talking about being optimistic, the men had all the problems. So solutions. The evidence is speaking for itself, people. Okay, yes, please.
Hi, my name is Una Fitzgerald, and I'm with a think tank, the Center for International Governance Innovation. And what I see is opportunities for to monetize micro entrepreneurs' activities, so that you not only their entrepreneurial activities, but also their contributions to sustainability, such as climate change mitigation. So I think it's lots of potential.
Thank you. Let's scan over to the side. Any other opportunities that we see? Anything we heard that we're going to go work on at the back there? Of course.
And yet, working from you know, the fact that we're sitting here, or it's in the WTO, and the context in which we are discussing this, I think offers an opportunity to think about how to mainstream sustainability and sustainability standards into trade and investment policies and practices.
Any more for you? No? Well, then, please can you go back to that last? Thank you. So, I guess just a final reflection on this: how to increase access. We've seen, and it probably come out over and over in the last few days, the most important thing is trust. I feel like this is a sticky issue that needs to be unpicked and looks different in different contexts with different partners and stakeholders. We've talked about collaboration. I think it's already been identified as an opportunity when we're looking at partnership. Infrastructure, the issue of access access. We haven't sort of spent enough time really looking at that. And then there are a few others that sort of have about the same size. Connectivity, and technology obviously being pegged together. Funding surprisingly wasn't bigger, given how important that is in some markets. Education and on and on. I was writing down your thoughts about the opportunities. It definitely seems that this idea to be taking standards and researches from the fringes into the mainstream is an opportunity for this community to galvanize on, whether that's at the G20 or the fact that as an extraordinary opportunity. I would add probably having listened to other sessions that using it as an opportunity not just to advocate for standards, but to look at the impact of those standards. I guess as you said, in those days, a challenge and an opportunity, and to monetize, to innovate, whether it's through peer-to-peer or other means, and respond to consumer demands because it's consumers who are mostly feeling pressure. I think if you're not happy with that summation, that's how I had it. No, I think thank you all for your contributions. Thank you to T4SD for organizing. Thank you to our panelists. There was so much more that they could have said, really, but we didn't really have the time to. Thank you to Bruce for diligently taking us through the Mentimeter. There is a cocktail reception, which is where? It is on the screen, that's where it is. There's a cocktail reception in the atrium, so please do stick around and share more of your thoughts and your contributions. It's been a pleasure.